10 years ago now, 10 years ago, the same year Trayvon Martin is killed walking home with a hoodie in the rain, reasonable. You write How to Be Black. And I'm wondering if being angry and dark is still disallowed in How to Be Black or brown, especially if in order to be part of the fight for racial justice, in order to get other folks on our side, we got to optimism it up a little bit. We've got to lighten it, right? Lighten it.
Yeah.
But you're also a comedian, so.
You teed me up with a lot of emotional possibilities. I'm still thinking about the title of your book and this concept of the dream. And I think for myself and probably for others, but for me, I have to believe in something before it's true in order to make it true, because so much of the truth itself is based on belief. Mm-hmm. And I think Black people have done that for this country.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We've believed in this thing that wasn't real, even as the pain it caused us was very real. The promise was out there somewhere, and we said, yes, we can, to a country that says, no, you don't even belong here. And we stuck by it, and we fought wars for it. You know, we dragged our bodies, and we're dragged through every version of a street that's ever been here, and we still showed up. And I'm deeply connected to that legacy, and so I remain connected to this place. And I remain angry, sometimes more so. Because I'm like, we done told you how many different ways. We created the blues. You don't even have to read, you know?
Right.
We created hip hop. We did all this stuff with the peanut. Like, it's been
literally all the
we
stuff.
We created food for you and dance moves for you and TikTok trends for you. And people still acting like they can't understand. And that's very frustrating. The persistence of America's denial of its own humanity is extremely saddening to me. All couched in the language of superiority and supremacy. Mm-hmm. It's actually sad to think that you've got a story of yourself that requires you to distance yourself from your own humanity to preserve it. Damn. Mm-hmm. I hurt for you, you know? And so I hurt for the country. And yet, the optimism piece, I need it because that's my fuel, that's my engine. I'm naturally predisposed to some sense of forward motion, even if it's a circle.
Peloton.
You can be moving real fast.
Still in the basement.
Today is a good example. I came to the Great Nutmeg State, and
not gonna let it go.
I'm clinging to them nutmegs. They're delicious. Smell like Christmas all the time. Y'all should use that. I'm giving you your own gifts back. I'm like the music industry. I charge you a markup. Call it hip hop. A woman named Roseanne Haggerty at Community Solutions. I met with her in September in New York City at a conference, and she connected me to two other Connecticut folk. And I saw seeing one tomorrow, saw some today. Herb Virgo at the Cathy Park Sustainability Project. Man, I seen parts of Hartford that reminded me of parts of Omaha, that reminded me of parts of DC, Brooklyn, Brownsville, South Central LA. Like, it's all the same. But what was different is I'm seeing Black folks reconnecting with nature in the city. He showed me this less than an acre. We got chickens and goats. We're doing milling. We got mushrooms. I'm like, what kind of mushrooms? What kind of mushrooms? We got aquaculture, horticulture, all kinds of cultures, hydroponics, aquaponics. And I think that's the same thing. I said it twice in two fancy ways. And then he rolled me over to this place, the Swift Factory. And it smelled like baked goods and possibilities. It smelled like reparations peacefully. And I met this man, John J. Thomas, and I saw the vision. There's a library going to be there. There's a bank going to be there. There's people who were shooters on the corner, And now they're working inside the building. I love that America, right? That's the thing that brings Cathy's people to America, from war, to become American. That's the thing that we stay here for. And I can't ignore that, even as I still feel the pain. And so I just choose it. I'm going to believe that more than the other thing. Not deny the other thing, but believe more in that thing, because it's the only way to keep a sense of forward motion.